Here is a strange fact about modern AI. Take the single best model money can buy, ask it a genuinely hard question, and you get exactly one answer back, capable but capped. One brain, one attempt, one point of view. We keep trying to fix that by training ever bigger models. But there is a completely different lever, and it costs nothing to pull. So try something different. Ask 5 different models the exact same question all at once. Now you are holding 5 separate drafts, each with its own strengths, its own blind spots, its own particular way of thinking through the problem. Then hand all 5 of those drafts to one more model and ask it to do one thing: merge the best of them into a single, polished answer. Now watch what happens to the quality when it does. This little team of open models just beat GPT-4o on a standard respected benchmark, 65% against 57.5, and here's the kicker. Not one of those models, on its own, was anywhere near GPT-4o. This is Mixture of Agents, MoA for short, a method published by Together AI in 2024 for making language models collaborate so that a coordinated group of them reliably outperforms any single model working alone. And here is the genuinely weird part. Even a weaker model helps the team. Show a strong model someone else's mediocre draft, and somehow its own next answer comes out better. The researchers found this everywhere they looked. Models, it turns out, are better together. MoA splits the work into 2 simple jobs. Proposers draft answers in parallel. An aggregator then reads every draft and writes the final one. A room full of drafters, and a single editor sitting on top. That is the entire cast. Stack that pattern into layers. Draft, combine, draft again, combine again, and the quality climbs with every single pass. Each round of refinement leaves the answer a little sharper than the one before it. And notice what we never did. No fine-tuning, no expensive training run, no brand new model architecture. Just ordinary, off-the-shelf models you can already call today, wired together with nothing but a clever prompt. But it is not magic, and it is definitely not free. More models means more calls, more tokens, and a noticeably slower answer. That trade, capability for cost, is the whole story of MoA. So let us actually break it down. Start with the overall shape. A single prompt comes in at the bottom. It fans out to a row of proposer models that each answer it independently at the same time. Their drafts then flow upward to an aggregator, which reads them and writes the final response. Prompt, propose, aggregate. That is the skeleton. The proposers are your team of drafters, and the whole trick is diversity. You deliberately want different models, trained on different data, that fail in different ways. Each one brings a perspective the others missed, a strength the others lack. Sameness is wasted here, difference is the point. But why would that help at all? The researchers call it collaborativeness. When a model can see other answers before committing to its own, it scores measurably higher on the same benchmark, and astonishingly, this holds even when those reference answers came from weaker models than itself. A flawed reference, it seems, still beats a blank page. Seeing other attempts gives the model something to react to, correct, and build on. The aggregator is the editor, and its job is subtle. It does not simply pick the single best draft and copy it out. It reads all of them together and synthesizes, pulling the strongest sentence here, the sharper reasoning there, fusing the pieces into something better than any one input it received. And the team proved that distinction actually matters. They tested a version that only ranks the drafts and forwards the single best one. Real synthesis won. The aggregator is not a judge picking a winner, it is a writer combining many partial answers into one stronger whole. And you do not have to stop at one round. Feed the aggregated answer back in as a fresh batch of drafts, then aggregate those again. Together stacked 3 of these layers and the score rose after every single one, a clean, monotonic climb. The actual wiring is almost embarrassingly simple. You give the aggregator the original question, paste in the proposer responses underneath, and add one instruction: synthesize these into a single, higher quality reply. Do not just copy them. That short prompt, repeated each layer, is the entire mechanism. So a single query runs like this, end to end. Fan out to all the proposers in parallel, collect every draft as it comes back, hand the whole bundle up to the aggregator. It writes the final answer, many models, one conversation, one result the user ever sees. Now the numbers, because they are the reason any of this got attention. On AlpacaEval 2.0, a benchmark where each answer is scored head-to-head against GPT-4 itself, together MoA reached 65.1%. GPT-4o, the strong closed baseline everyone was chasing, scored 57.5. That is a 7.5 point leap, achieved with open models alone, and no access to anything behind a paywall. Here is the actual roster that pulled it off. 6 open proposers: Wizard LM, 2 sizes of Qwen, Llama 3, Mixtral, and DBRX, with a Qwen 110 billion model sitting on top as the aggregator. 6 labs worth of models, and nothing proprietary anywhere in the stack. And this is the part to really sit with. Every single model in that group was by itself behind GPT-4o. The strongest open one, Wizard LM, hit 51. Qwen alone, 44. Apart, they each lose. Composed together, they win. There is also a lighter, cheaper recipe. MoA Lite uses fewer layers and a smaller aggregator on top of the same proposers, and it still matches GPT-4o level quality at roughly GPT-4o level cost. The same price you are already paying, simply better answers for it. And this was not a single benchmark fluke. On MT Bench, the harder multi-turn conversation test, MoA again landed right at the top of the table, ahead of GPT-4 Turbo. The pattern held no matter how they chose to measure it. A finer-grained evaluation called Flask showed exactly where the gains came from. Correctness, factuality, completeness, insightfulness, they all went up together. The combined answer was not merely longer or more padded. On the things that actually matter, it was genuinely more right. So how many proposers do you actually need? More is better, up to a point. With just one proposed answer, the score sat at 48%. With 6 diverse proposers, it climbed to 61. More independent voices, measurably better output, until the gains flatten out. Now the catch, told honestly. Every layer multiplies the work. 6 proposers across 3 layers is roughly 18 full model calls to answer one question, many times the tokens and many times the compute that a single model would ever spend on the very same prompt. That bill is real. And it is slow precisely where slowness hurts most. The time to the very first token. The aggregator physically cannot start writing until the proposers have all finished. For an offline job, fine. For a live, interactive chat, that wait is the deal breaker MoA still has to beat. There are ways to soften it. Run all the proposers truly in parallel instead of one after another. Drop to fewer layers the way MoA Lite does. Cache and batch aggressively. None of it makes MoA cheap, it just turns the cost into something you can plan around. Then came a plot twist worth knowing. In 2025, researchers at Princeton asked a sharp, uncomfortable question. Is mixing different models actually what wins here? Sometimes, they discovered, mixing is not the win at all. It can quietly make the answer worse. Their finding, a self-mixture, taking the single best model and sampling it against itself, often beat the diverse blend by around 6%. Diversity, it turns out, has a cost too. One genuinely weak proposer can drag the whole team down. The quality of your members matters as much as their variety, so the honest, practical rule is this. MoA shines when accuracy is everything and you can afford to wait. Offline pipelines, genuinely hard problems, generating training data, it struggles the moment you need an answer that is instant and cheap. Know which situation you are actually in. So where does it actually earn its keep? 3 clear sweet spots. High-stakes answers, where being right is worth far more than being fast. Think legal, medical, or financial analysis. Generating high-quality synthetic data to train smaller, cheaper models that run on their own. And any batch job that can run quietly in the background where nobody is sitting there watching a cursor blink. One quick clarification, because the names collide constantly. Mixture of experts lives inside one model. A router sends each token to a few specialized parts of that single network. Mixture of agents lives outside, orchestrating whole separate models that each produce a complete answer. Different layer of the stack. Same underlying instinct, divide the work. And the core idea is spreading fast. Newer systems borrow the same move. Draft, critique, and synthesize, but now stack it on top of reasoning models that already think step by step. Orchestration, the way you arrange the models, is quietly becoming a capability in its own right. Step back, and that is the real lesson hiding inside MoA. You do not always need a bigger, more expensive model. Sometimes you just need a better structured conversation between the ordinary ones you already have. Architecture around the models can buy you real capability, not only raw scale. So here is the whole thing in one breath. Proposers draft in parallel, an aggregator synthesizes their best parts, layers refine the result, and a group of ordinary models ends up punching well above any one of them as long as you can afford to pay in time and tokens. If that finally made mixture of agents click for you, consider subscribing. Cloud Codes takes apart one AI system exactly like this every single week. Build, solve, deploy. And I will see you in the next one.